All right, so today I'm going to talk about a video that I watched in the morning that might have just changed the trajectory of my life, or at least the next part of it for a while. And it's a video from Alex Hormozi, I believe is how to say his last name. It's kind of hard, but he's a big name in general because I read his book. I think it was like $1 million offers or something. And then there's another one that I'm going to read in the future, $1 million sales. But basically, in his video, it was like the one where he talks about, like, he released it right before 2025, and it was just like, oh, this is what you need to do if you want to change, make 2025 the best year or whatever. One of those videos. Very common self-improvement titles, but I feel like whenever I watch his stuff compared to other self-improvement stuff on YouTube, it's like, it hits very, very different. And what he talked about in terms of like learning skills and just having certain like mindsets, as well as like throwing away like limiting beliefs, all that stuff that I already knew, but like hearing it again, it's very helpful, especially like coming off of my zero entertainment challenge and then um, sort of not being on it again for a while, and then watching like stuff like streaming content from Asmongold and stuff like that, which I enjoy him as a creator, but the content that he covers is very doom scrolly, and it's very like talks about news, talks about things that are like very sensational, and it's fun to watch, but it's not very helpful. Like, it doesn't really offer anything positive in your life. So watching this was very refreshing because I haven't done that in a while. So watching it and then hearing all of these things again, stuff that I already knew technically, and his emphasis on like learning skills, really, really made like this thing click in my brain. Like, I've been doing all these 30-day challenges. Like, I just went on a run right now. That's why I'm wearing this. I'm trying to increase my cardio fitness health, my cardiovascular health basically, and been playing piano by ear a lot, doing music stuff, doing so many things that I'm finally way more consistent with. And him talking about how learning a skill that can make you a lot of money, and you only need like 20 hours of focused like learning time to actually like learn the majority of what that skill is. Obviously, it's different for different skills. Like, for instance, if you try that with piano, I guarantee you 20 hours is not enough to actually learn the majority of what it is. But something like, for instance, he said the number one thing he would learn if he were to start all over is like sales, and then another one is like marketing. Another one that he didn't mention that I was watching, I was like, okay, he keeps talking about skills, like, and how you should learn skills and stuff like that. But what are they? So I kept researching them, and sales and marketing were the only ones I could find him saying, like declaring, these are the skills you should learn. But then I watched some other videos and they're like, okay, content creation is another one because the creator economy and all that stuff is gonna continue to move up. And that's a skill I'm clearly working on right now, like just talking to the camera and making more videos. Reducing friction as well is a big thing that he mentioned. It's like, he said that a lot of good entrepreneurs try to like look at the issues and look at the problems and look at what they need to do and try to question deadlines and question how fast can you actually do this? How much time does it actually take to do this? And what are the things that we can do to remove like some time or friction or anything like barriers, right? So for me, my solution for content creation is to remove editing, because it just takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of headspace, takes a lot of effort, energy. So that's why these days, for at least my second channel, I've just not been editing. But I can also think about how to like do that more for my main channel. Like, for instance, how important is it to like, what are the different elements and how important are they? Like, for instance, the title and thumbnail, obviously for YouTube, huge. But like, once you get to a certain level of like talking to the camera, like like how he is, because he can talk to the camera like constantly without cuts, and it's crazy. Obviously, he probably worked on that for a while, and that's why I'm working on it as well. But like, how long does it take before I get to that level where I can just make more content where I don't have to edit and cut and script because it takes too much time? Because I think I really will try that to make more unscripted content for my main channel so I can create more videos, because like volume is very important for YouTube as well. It's sort of like analyzing these things that are the most important factors for growing the channel and playing the game of growing the channel and becoming a creator and getting income from it, versus like what my own values are and what my own like sort of mental constraints are of how I view how I should do YouTube based on like my own like experience so far, which is clearly limited. So I'm sort of shedding a lot of those things. It's not like it's not like a hard line value, right? It's not like, oh, I live by this value and now I'm gonna throw it away because like analytics say I should do something else. It's not that. It's just like an inkling. It's more like a feeling like, oh, I don't really like to chase trends or whatever. I don't like it that much. It's like, I don't care for it. But that's a limiting belief. And same with like sales and marketing. I've always thought to myself like, oh, I really don't like promoting my own content. Like I don't like trying to post my stuff and telling people about it and stuff like that. It's also another limiting belief. It's like nobody in the end of the day really cares that much. But if I post it somewhere correctly and get the right exposure, that video, it's the difference between that video getting like 1,000 views versus like 10,000 or 100,000. And like, that's worth it if I'm actually really trying to play the game. Which I declared recently, like about a week or two ago, that I really will try to play that game. So I'm trying to throw away all of these limiting beliefs and like, they're not even values, I'd say. They're more like just stuff I don't like doing or things that I say that like I'd rather not do. So being more willing to actually do those things and really like change that mindset that I'm holding about myself, about how I see myself and what I want to do and what I'm capable of. I can do the things that are painful in order to get to the place I want to be. And then maybe down the line, I can just like, delegate that so that other people do it instead of me because I don't like it. But right now, I don't really have like those funds to delegate it, right? I can probably delegate a few things with the income I'm earning from my freelance stuff and Skillshare and YouTube and stuff like that. But I have to be wise about it, basically. So again, but the main thing that probably is going to change the trajectory of my life is the fact that he did say those skills and the fact that I don't know anything about those skills or how to do them. So for my 30-day challenges, this all ties together. I'm going to eventually like make a 30-day challenge where I spend an hour every single day learning about sales and then learning about marketing afterwards. I don't know exactly when because I kind of do have like things lined up for the skill of content creation primarily. That's probably going to be my main focus when I go to Japan. I'll be working on that skill and playing that game. So in the meantime, like I will, while doing that, I'll try to do a little bit of research for like at least where to start for sales and marketing. But I think once I come back from Japan is when I will actually dive into it and start. So that way I'm not like doing too many things at once and like focusing on that. I mean, I'm sure there's like overlap, right? But maybe not with sales for YouTube, but for marketing, there's definitely some promotion stuff. But I don't know. I'm very like, unless I have a product, I don't think it matters. So the sooner I create like a legit product, I mean, I guess I can try to like market my Skillshare classes. That's one thing, but I don't feel like I have like full ownership of that product, even though technically I do. I'll figure it out. Like once maybe my audiobook, just something. I should work on creating something like I have so many ideas. I just need to like focus on one and create it. Like the Japanese audiobook is probably going to be the first one. And then moving on from there, we can actually have stuff to practice with for sales and marketing. Of course, the alternative is to like try to sell somebody else's thing and work for them and work on that skill in the meantime. So it's not as if I have to do that, but yeah, but that's how it's changing the trajectory. I feel like it's definitely a really, really good like addition to my plans for 2025 because if I do work on those skills and I do test out that whole like 20-hour thing that he's saying and I do get good at it or at least I know about it and have the knowledge to be able to apply some of those skills I learned from the 30-day challenge, it's going to definitely have a ripple effect for the rest of my life for everything that I do. Yeah, so that's basically today's video for like camera confidence as well. Just no cuts, trying to do it daily. Last night I did it, I was tired. This morning, I'm feeling a lot better. And ready to get going. So catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully that video helped.